Behind the fogged plastic lid of American Chinese takeout hides a truth. 3 classics are quicker and bolder from your stove than from the delivery bag. Most menu staples demand deep fryers, marinades measured in hours, and prep lists that swallow a night. But not these. These 3 dishes reward heat, timing, and simple choices. They lean on grocery store staples, with one optional bottle from the international aisle that has easy stand-ins, and they arrive at the table tasting brighter, cleaner, and more alive than the boxed versions that sweat in transit. The first discovery is a bowl of fried rice that does not begin in a refrigerator but in the sink. Grains of jasmine are rinsed until the water runs clear, the surface starch sent down the drain so each kernel can stand on its own. Then the water is measured with restraint, roughly 90% of the rice by weight, so the pot mimics yesterday's dryness without the weight. When the cooker clicks off, the steamy mound is not fluffed in place. It is turned out and gently spread into a thin sheet, the heat allowed to drift away until the starch sets and the grains grow resilient. On another counter, eggs wait with a pinch of salt whisked in, holding onto their moisture so they puff and bounce when they hit heat. A handful of scallions, more than instinct suggests, and enough to matter, are sliced thin. In a hot, lightly oiled pan, the eggs spill outward in a thin film and climb the sides with a quick tilt. A few seconds later, they release, fold over themselves, and set softly. They retreat to a bowl, oil returns, the cooled rice tumbles in and scatters, then moves without pause. Resting invites scorched spots and brittle clumps, delicious in their own way, but not the target here. A patient press with a spatula breaks the last clusters. Scallions shower the pan. They lose their harsh edge, turn tender, and perfume the rice. The eggs come back, broken into smaller curds that tuck between grains. Then the quiet trick that wakes the whole bowl, a ring of soy sauce and oyster sauce poured against the hot metal, where it hisses, caramelizes, and slips into the rice as steam. What lands on the plate is more than a side. It is a small proof that a few choices unlock a flavor that takeout rarely keeps intact. The second find wears a green crown. Beef and broccoli seems ordinary until the beef turns to velvet. A cut with muscle and voice, flank steak, gets sliced across the grain into pieces thick enough to survive high heat. Those strips fall into a quick bath of soy sauce, a drop of sesame oil, a touch of sugar, a splash of Shaoxing wine or mirin, and 2 quiet agents that change everything. A pinch of baking soda raises the pH and keeps the fibers from tightening. A dusting of cornstarch slips on a thin coat that traps moisture and blooms to a satin finish. 15 minutes is enough. The pan roars, broccoli florets, cut to bite size, and slivered onions jump in first. The heat spits away their surface water and gives them a snap that steaming never achieves. They leave slightly early because the bowl will keep softening them. Fresh oil goes down. Half the beef hits the heat and spreads wide to sear, not steam. After a short minute, it flips and finishes just to medium, because carryover and sauce have work to do. The second half repeats. Ginger and garlic, minced and grated, flash in the center, the scent blooming in seconds before it turns bitter. Vegetables return, then the sauce, familiar in parts but amplified by method, circles the edge. Soy sauce, beef stock or even water, Shaoxing or mirin, oyster sauce, a touch of sugar, and a measured spoon of cornstarch. The edge of the pan concentrates it. It thickens almost instantly and clings to every angle of broccoli and beef. The result is not candy sweet and not heavy. It feels like a main dish that respects the diner. Fresh, savory, and bright in the body instead of burdensome. The third plate crackles before it softens. Dry fried noodles play with contrast, and they deliver faster than a driver at a red light. If the international aisle offers Hong Kong-style pan-fry egg noodles, use them. If it does not, spaghetti steps in with surprising grace. There is one small habit that holds the whole dish together. Long strands are snipped with scissors in several passes to a manageable length, so noodles toss instead of knot. Scallions cut into short planks, carrots shaved into fine threads, and a tangle of fresh bean sprouts stand by. One chicken thigh, trimmed and sliced thin, brings savory chew. The sauce is 4 parts harmony: soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil, and chicken stock, mixed and waiting. The pan heats to a lively sizzle. Oil down, the chicken lands, spreads wide, and sits long enough to take a golden crust before it moves. It exits just cooked, carrying flavor into a bowl. Oil again. The noodles meet the metal and ask for more fat than you expect. This is not a simmered dish. It is fried on purpose. Toss and tease them apart with tongs until the raft breaks into strands and the edges turn toasty and a little stiff. Carrots and scallions drop in and cook just long enough to round off their bite without going limp. A little more oil if the noodles have drunk it all. Bean sprouts join for a quick jolt of freshness. Chicken returns. The sauce pours around the rim, wakes up against high heat, and drips down with new life. The pan roars. Steam and sauce glide through the tangle, softening the crisp edges just enough to make each bite supple without surrender. It is a small choreography of texture, fat, and heat that restaurant boxes rarely preserve. The surprise hidden in these 3 plates is not just a set of recipes. It is a set of truths about heat and water. Rice that dries by math rather than time. Beef that turns tender with chemistry measured in pinches. Noodles that ask for more oil, then reward it with flavor and structure instead of grease. 1 bottle Shaoxing wine is a bonus if you find it, but a splash of mirin or even a mild dry sherry bridges the gap. And if the market does not carry pan-fried noodles, pantry spaghetti rises to the occasion without complaint. Seen together, these dishes shift the question from what to order to what to understand. They are not copies of a restaurant. They are a home's answer to the same problems, using speed and control that delivery cannot. Which of these will replace your regular order on a night when time is thin? And what other takeout classic do you suspect hides an even simpler secret waiting to be uncovered at home?